we're continuing our Celebrate Cities fun by diving more into the history of Bay St. Louis with a member of the Hancock County Historical Society. And Rob joins us now with him. Good to see you, gentlemen.
Hey, good morning, South Mississippi, and good morning, Grant. We are again live in Bay St. Louis as WXXV 25 Celebrate Cities. Now, earlier this morning, I had some historical tidbits for you, but nothing like this man right here, Eddie Coleman. Eddie, you're the editor for The Historian here in Hancock County, correct?
Yes, that is correct.
All right,
Yes.
Eddie, first of all, I want to say thank you for joining us. It's early, sir. I don't know if you're up this early or not, but we appreciate you joining us.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for asking.
Eddie, the floor is yours, sir. Tell us about Bay St. Louis. I mean, just ramble on and educate our viewers, educate me, talk about the history about this place, and whatever else you want to go into.
Okay, I don't know that everybody knows this, but Hancock County was first founded, discovered by the brothers d'Iberville and Bienville, who came down from Canada. And the purpose, they were sent here by Louis XIV to come down here and to claim the whole area along the Gulf of Mexico for France.
Okay, first of all, let me correct myself, because when I was reading that earlier, I said Louis XVI. So I was incorrect. Eddie says it's Louis XIV, which is correct.
Which I could have made a mistake.
No, I'm sure you didn't.
Anyway, they came down here first, and like I said, the purpose was to claim the whole area along the Gulf of Mexico for France. They got here, and the next purpose was to go to the Mississippi River and claim the base of the Mississippi, or the mouth of the Mississippi River. And the two brothers came down. They were two of several brothers and family members who were sent down here. Now, the purpose was to, like I said, claim the area. They wanted to start over where present-day Ocean Springs is. And that's where they started and set up the first fort along the area. And they decided that they needed to have more room to bring in visitors and bring in settlers and things like that, but they couldn't bring their big ships in all the way into the Mississippi, or to the mouth of the Gulf of Mexico down here. So what they had to do was they moved their capital to a little north of where present day just left my Mobile is, and they set it up there. A lot of people think that the New Orleans is the oldest city along the Gulf of Mexico, but it is not. Bay St. Louis goes back to 1699, as does present-day Ocean Springs, and then in about 2000, excuse me, I've lost my term.
Is it 1814 you're looking for?
Well, that
When it became a city?
no. It became a city, yes, in 1817.
Okay.
And there was also a part of the Battle of New Orleans that was here, because all of the British ships had to have some place to park, and they parked in these rivers, or the southern part of here on the other side of us, down along the barrier islands that are out there. But, of course, the Battle of New Orleans was after the War of 1812 had already stopped. But the people who came in and settled here, they were French, they were also Catholic, and they did not move very far inland here. The areas that we think of as Mississippi were much more northern than what we have down here. But there were also Native Americans who had already settled here, and some of those families got started with the Native Americans within them.
You know, we talked a couple of weeks ago about the people of Biloxi, the people over in Pascagoula when the Europeans first settled in the area. Phenomenal, as far as we found out why it's called the Singing River.
Of course.
Yeah, that was very interesting. An entire tribe just walked into the river and decided to end things because of the rivalry in the area. You know, that's a lot of information. We hear those names, Lemoyne, d'Iberville, but we just go about thinking that's a regular name, right? There's such history behind that.
Well, see, a lot of people think, they will ask me at the society, why didn't d'Iberville and Bienville have the same family name? Well, they do. It is that Lemoyne.
Lemoyne, okay.
Lemoyne, and that comes from their father, but D'Iberville and Bienville were their titles.
Ah.
All of their brothers received titles. When their father got to what became the New World, when he came here, he came as an indentured servant, and he had to work to pay off his being sent over here. And he was 16. And like I said, he came into what was known as New France then. And while he was there, he learned the how to speak the language of the Native Americans that were there. And he also found that there was this family who were interested in getting out and getting, well, the word left me. But
Tell you what, Eddie,
Yeah,
we're going to
okay.
leave it here for a minute,
Okay.
okay? We might get back to you, but man, that was a lot of interesting information. We thank you for it. Stick with me here for just a second.
Okay.
Folks, Eddie Coleman, the director of the historian here in Hancock County, lots of great information. Now you know Lemoyne, D'Iberville, things of that nature. There's a history behind it. It's just not a modern day name. Folks, we're going to have a lot more coming up throughout this morning with Celebrate Cities. But right now, reporting from Old Bay St. Louis at the Mockingbird Cafe with Eddie Coleman. For WXAV News 25, I'm Rob Knight.